Hey everyone, I'm going to show you how to access the hidden garage space at the Bayshore Avenue garage. Using this trick, you'll be able to store big vehicles in one garage while being able to hit the 4 vehicle limit for each garage. So, the Bayshore Avenue garage is pretty big. Depending on vehicle models, you can easily store 4 cars in one garage, the Bayshore Avenue, of course. But if you're looking to get a big vehicle, a truck, let's say, and 3 other cars, and you have ran out of room, so this trick will help you out. If you have planned out your save files to not really use this garage as a primary source for your big vehicles, of course, Clymenus Suite is bigger, and you use that, well, you may not need this trick at all, and it may be useless. So let's begin. So by starting, you want one vehicle in the Bayshore Avenue garage. That should be the vehicle that will be later stored in this hidden space. No other vehicle should be in there, and if so, either take them to another garage so they can be saved in another temporarily, or mark them and then they'll remain on the map for the remaining time until you successfully store your vehicle, because you don't want them in the garage as well as the vehicle that you'll be storing. At any time of the procedure, you want to get your VCPD wintergreen to continue and to actually get it going. To store it, you want to align your chosen vehicle against the garage door, like so. Get it as straight as possible, and when you're happy, you can just keep it there, adjust it if you need, and that's the best you can do. Now, it's very close to the door. Once it is, go get your wintergreen, your VCPD wintergreen. I'm sure it could work with the regular wintergreen, the civilian type, but this is the PSP method. Of course, if you want a PS2 method, go to the link in the description and watch that video, because PSP users will need the wintergreen. Park your wintergreen up against the wall and just reverse slowly until you reach the edge, and the whole point is to reverse, and then when you see your wintergreen about to fall, exit the bike, and then you should be warped inside the hidden space. This is what it looks like, and I'll show you that the vehicle is indeed down there, and then once I'm done with this, you'll see that it has changed spots. It'll be where I am standing, roughly. Now you want to go over to this edge over here where it leads to Grey Hell. Drop down, beware of the PSP exclusive bug, upside down glitch. You want to open and close the garage as quickly as you can, run to it, because you want to restore the vehicle in time before it blows up, and then it'll be back right side up. So it should be successful, and I'll show you. It looks like it's not in the garage, but you can see the shadow being cast upon the garage floor, and if it's successful, you go up to the garage with another vehicle, because normally the vehicle limit is supposed to be 1, even though it's 4. You can see that the message pops up, garage automatically closes, and that shows that it's stored in there. A vehicle is in here when it looks empty. You can see a bit of the Infernus that is clipped through the wall, so that's pretty strange, and it shows that it's in there. As soon as it closed, it vanished. So yeah, that's how you use the hidden space, so you can fit more vehicles in here, especially if they're big, if you're running out of room. And I'll do this glitch one more time to show you where exactly the Infernus is, and to prove to you that it works. It's very easy. Now I should tell you about some vehicles not being able to be stored this way, and you're gonna store them normally inside the garage, not on top of it. The Admiral is one of those vehicles that aren't storable in the hidden space, must be stored properly inside, and I've tried doing it. It just seems to blow up or disappear, so I could never do it with that. And there are some other vehicles that are similar to it, so you might have to test vehicles out, and there is a list in the description to find out which vehicles are currently able to, not able to, or not tested at all, or may even need more testing. If there's a vehicle that you want to store up here, but it seems to be not tested, so you don't know the results, then you would probably want to try it out yourself. Just make sure you back up your save, and you don't want to lose it, so just be sure that that can happen. So managed to get back in the hidden space, and here is the Infernus. If you want to make adjustments on where it's parked, you may. It's definitely possible to get this out of the hidden space so you can cruise around in your vehicle if you want. If you want to make micro adjustments on the way it's parked, you may. Just make sure it's still storable up here. If the garage seems to be not closing down, then it's in a bad spot. When you're happy the way it's parked, just get out. We're gonna go jump in the crack. And remember, on the PSP version of the upside down glitch, it will occur, so be prepared to open and close the garage. You wouldn't have to worry about a thing if your vehicle that you have stored up there is tip proof, because of course it won't explode even if it's tipped upside down. Well, it seems to me that I wasn't fast enough. I saw it as it closed down, like as it touched the ground, the door, that it exploded. Maybe I was not fast enough just, but yeah. Or maybe it was just a bad positioning of the Infernus, I don't know. Let's just pretend that it didn't explode, and let's just fill this garage up. So I decided to just redo the whole thing and get a random vehicle and store it up there. And let's collect 3 other vehicles that'll be stored in here, and I'll get 1 van. I'll be taking that Benson that spawns in Viceport. This is a perfect example. I'm not sure why this is happening, but the garage is a quarter way open. Don't know why. I'm honestly not sure. I'm just experiencing it today. Haven't experienced it at all, I don't think. But it's not a big deal. Seems the vehicles are still being stored properly. I'll get 2 other cars now.
Hey, you bum! I'm on my lunch break. See you around, snail brain. Oh. This shit is over. You pushing me, you little bitch, move! You think you can jack me, bitch? Yes? All right. sicko. Some a-hole stole my lawnmower. Damn girl left me a TV dinner.
You better step around me.
It's why I live in a fortified subdivision.
My fault, senor, my fault. I've had enough of these British
Hey,
thieves.
Phil, don't get so excited. It's just a little bust.
So it seems the Benson is too big and not letting the rest of the police car in. So I'm gonna have to force close this garage. But if I walk far enough, pretty sure no vehicles are gonna spawn. So I'm just gonna walk away, and then eventually the garage will close just like that. And every vehicle that is in there will be stored. So, with this trick, it helped me store 4 vehicles in here, especially with a van. So with this type of, or similar selection of vehicles, you'll need to use this trick. Of course, if you plan out your saves without needing this trick, then you're okay. It's not the end of the world. You don't need this trick. It's not a necessity. You can live without it. You can store your big vehicles like the fireproof, explosion-proof Benson in the Clymenus Suite, or the Mule. It's fireproof, explosion-proof, damage-proof Mule that exists in the game as well. That's pretty big. You can take that in Clymenus. A lot of big vehicles will be stored in there. If you park your vehicles in this such of a way, 4 of your cars will be stored without this trick. So, of course, this trick is not a necessity. You can still store 4 cars in here, depending on the vehicle model. If it's short enough or just right, then you're good. Of course, this Benson is not good enough. It's too long. It's longer than the size of the garage door, so it's unacceptable. Look at that. So clearly this trick was in fact needed with this selection of vehicles. If you have any questions that need answered, just feel free to put them in the comments, and I will help as best as I can with this. So if you want to use this trick, you may. If you don't need to, that's fine. I'll give you one more piece of evidence to show that there's a vehicle stored up there. Use my flamethrower and it'll catch fire. You can see part of the flame is clipping through the wall, so yeah, there's something up there. And it will explode if I continue this up, but yeah. Let's test one more vehicle, and it's confirmed that the Idaho is impossible to be stored up there, no matter how many times you try. So let's give it a go. We'll park it in the same spot as I did with the Infernus. So the exact same steps will be used, but it's not enough for it to be stored. So when you're happy with the way it's parked, let's just get up to the roof and warp inside the hidden space. Well, that was a successful warp, but attempting to store this vehicle up here will be unsuccessful. So whenever you're ready, just walk over the edge and fall into grey hell. Beware for PSP, upside down glitch.
I know our way around.
So there doesn't seem to be a vehicle's shadow, unfortunately. And by the looks of the garage opening when I'm on the wintergreen, so yeah, it wasn't successful. So just you use this trick on the vehicles that are confirmed to be stored in a hidden area, and just avoid the ones, or just store them elsewhere if they're not possible. Anyways, I think that's all I need to show you guys on how to store some vehicles, and some vehicles that are not able to be stored, so it's kind of limited and it's kind of useful, but with your management or your layout of the garage you may not need it at all, but it's still a cool feature. Well, I guess that's it for this video. See ya.